What up, what up, what up? Welcome into Orange and Brown 365, episode number 6. It is Thursday, February 9th, 2017, and it is a snowy and cold day here by the city, by the shores of Lake Erie, Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome in. I am your host, as always, the self-proclaimed Seatown sports guru, Jeremy Somerville. Today, on Orange and Brown 365, we are talking, once again, guess what? Surprise, surprise, quarterbacks. Quarterbacks for your Cleveland Browns. But before we get into that, we have breaking news from the NFL. Former Browns linebacker DeQuell Jackson has been released by the Indianapolis Colts. Kind of a sad day. DeQuell's a good guy, but he'll bounce back and he'll sign somewhere else. The only downside with him is even though he always shows good numbers, he doesn't make plays behind the line. That was always his issue here, and it remained his issue there. However, he did lead the league, and I think he was 4th in the league in tackles over his time with the Indianapolis Colts. But welcome in. I am Jeremy Somerville. As I said, you can catch me on Twitter at SomervilleCLE. That's SomervilleCLE. You want to text the show, the number is 440-537-5647 to text in. You want to email me, got anything to say, super long, that's SomervilleJeremy@yahoo.com. I already spelled my name. If you want to email, you can rewind. I'm not going to go back through that. It takes forever. Anyway, we are on to the quarterbacks, and today's quarterback of choice is Texas Tech Jr. Patrick Mahomes. Now, last night, I spent a good 2 hours watching film of this kid. I watched all of his throws from 2 games, the Baylor game and the Oklahoma game. Now, I had not watched much of this kid. I'd seen him, passing. I'd heard about him, but I wanted to really break it down myself and see for myself what this kid was all about. And boys and girls, if you follow me on Twitter, you already know what I tweeted out last night. I've got a new draft crush. This kid is so fun to watch. He is absolutely a treat to watch throw the football. Now, why is he not talked about among the top quarterbacks as in Kaiser and Watson and Trubisky? Simple. He's not your typical quarterback. He is, dare I even say this, a Johnny Manziel style quarterback. And I say that as the guy that we saw with Johnny on the field, where you never knew he can audible into anything, not audible, but he can, the things he does on the field, they're Johnny Manziel-like, where he can throw with just his wrist 50 yards. He won't set his feet properly. His footwork isn't perfect. He just has arm strength. He can roll out and he can make plays that are insane. When things are breaking down, it doesn't look like anything's going to happen. His ability to do things when the pocket's breaking down are up there with some of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen. It's Brett Favre, Johnny Manziel style football. He is absolutely fun to watch. And when he does set his feet, he throws one of the prettiest balls you will ever see. He's pretty damn accurate. He's got a cannon for an arm. He played in, the spread system at Texas Tech where it's air raid, throw the ball 75 times a game. But the kid was accurate out of it, too. And yes, it sets up mismatches. That's what the spread does. It's able to set up mismatches and do that. I'm telling you, this kid can be a steal. And I know I've said before, don't tell me he's the Derek Carr of the draft, because he's not. There isn't another Derek Carr, because Derek Carr came into the league out of a spread system, out of an air raid system, with already experiencing NFL life as a quarterback. He grew up with his brother to see how it was. He had been in NFL film rooms. He had broken down tape. He was a one-of-a-kind prospect in that form. Pat Mahomes, though, 6'3", 230 pounds, athletic, can run. 388 completions on 591 attempts, 65% this season. 5,052 yards for 8.5 yards per attempt. 41 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. Over his career, he threw for 11,252 yards at a 63% clip with 93 touchdowns and 29 interceptions. boys and girls, Pat Mahomes is a fun quarterback. I couldn't even believe how much fun he was to watch. There were 3 throws I saw. One against a freshman corner, and I want to leave his name's Jordan Lewis for Oklahoma, where he was on his man, as close as you could be, on a 40-yard sprint down the sideline. Just this Pier 9 speed route, straight down, streak. And Mahomes, off his back foot, once again, we go to the spot where he doesn't have great mechanics, just rears back and drops in a perfect dime. Could not have walked up to him and placed that ball in his hands had he frozen time any better than he did by throwing that ball in the way he did. Now, why is he a second rounder? The spread offense, the air raid offense that we worry about. It's his footwork. His footwork can be such a mess at times. He does the throw off the back foot with your front leg in the air. He'll do the front leg in the air with your back foot. It's just, he will make throws that make you look, what is he doing throwing it that way? And then you see the result and you're like, well, damn, that was pretty impressive. Absolutely impressed with this kid and what he can be. Will it take him time to develop? Absolutely. Is he a guy I'd put out there day one? No, but I feel okay because I think the kid can figure it out. Now, I try to get some more information on him. Obviously, the big thing is, on the field, you want to see what they can do. What is he off the field? Talking to 2 people who say they know him fairly well, I'm not going to go 100% rely on these sources. It's just people I've talked to in passing. Tell me this kid has that aura about him, that moxie, that leader mentality that you look for in a quarterback. His teammates love him. So, all right. Pretty impressive. Right now, I'm not going to lie to you, if I was in the draft room with the Cleveland Browns, I would definitely have this kid at the top of my board. And last night I tweeted out my top 5 quarterbacks in this draft. Number 1 will remain Mitchell Trubisky from North Carolina and Mentor, Ohio. Number 2 now is Patrick Mahomes from Texas Tech. Number 3 remains Deshaun Watson from Clemson, your national champions. Number 4, Deshaun Kaiser from Notre Dame. And number 5, from the U, Brad Kaya. Now, at some point on this show, we will break down all the quarterbacks. Obviously, I had my man crush now on Pat Mahomes after watching him last night. But we will go through all of the top quarterbacks. We'll even get deeper in. I'll talk Davis Webb. I'll talk Nathan Peterman. Maybe Josh Dobbs. I don't think Dobbs is draftable. I didn't think Christian Hackenberg was a draftable quarterback last year, and the Jets took him 52nd overall. Which I think I wish they could take that back right now. As they are still probably looking for a quarterback. And they've got Bryce Petty there and Hackenberg, but sheesh. But yeah, as of right now, Patrick Mahomes, I'm telling you, this kid, you get a chance, go on YouTube, watch some of the draft breakdown. Draftbreakdown.com does great work. If you haven't watched work on that they've done, prospects galore, and they've got film on them, and they break down just the throws of the quarterbacks. It's all on there. Absolutely a great thing for YouTube to have, or to watch on YouTube, is draft breakdown videos. They do an excellent job. Everybody probably uses them at some point. All of us couch scouts and whatnot. Definitely a great tool to watch. Now, another quarterback I want to bring up. We talked a little bit yesterday. We talked about Tyrod Taylor with the Buffalo Bills. Today, I'm hearing there's a possibility that he may not become available. So, with that, I want to thank you for listening. It's the first live show we've done. I'm going to clear it out here as it's time to go get my children. You can reach me on Twitter at SomervilleCLE. Email me, SomervilleJeremy@yahoo.com. You want to text into the show, 440-537-5647. Thank you for listening. This is Orange and Brown 365. Check out orangeandbrown365.com, please, as I tried to build a site. Any criticism, constructive or not, is helpful. Thank you for listening. As always, remember, if you live the life you love the life you live. Good night, kids.